In the air to right center field. How about this for a homecoming? That is crushed into the second deck for Bryce Harper. And he gives those Phillies fans a chance to jump up and down one more.
Life is great. This Philly season couldn't be going any better. This Philly season couldn't have started any better. And I don't sound like it, but I am over the moon, ladies and gentlemen. I am thrilled. Welcome. My name is Matt McSweeney. This is the Hot Take Hot Box. Just a little quick video. I want to just talk about yesterday, because yesterday was a big day for the Phils, big day for Bryce Harper, just big day for everyone. When you go back, when you see the X for the first time, it's tough. It's tough. A lot of emotion. A lot. You feel some type of way, and I'm kind of glad that we were just able to get this out of the way early on in the season. We got Bryce's first series at home. We got the honeymoon phase with the fans, and just getting the love fest going, and then him going back to Washington early on in the season, not having this linger over us. Oh no, in May we gotta go to see. He's got to go his first game back. It's over with, done, and we can just put it behind us. Now we got a baseball season all year long for until October. Just 159 games now for us to 158, whatever. Do the fucking math. We got a ton more games to write the story of the 2019 Phillies. So far so good. So far so great. I can't complain. I got nothing but good things to say. Well, I guess we should just talk about this game right here so far. Started off yesterday with there was some article basically explaining the whole it was a Washington Post, I think. Forgive me for not remembering the writer's name, but there was a little article just explaining the whole process, why Bryce went about things the way he did, what he wanted, why he signed with the Phillies and not say the Nationals, and it came out and said that he wanted to be back with the Nats, and you can't. No, that's not shocking at all. Of course, he sounded like all things. He's a loyal guy. You can just tell. He said from the very beginning he was going to go. He wanted to go there, make it happen. Whatever contract they have, go back to the Nats. He didn't have to do any of that. He obviously liked it there, and he loved the ownership. He loved it there. He wanted to stay there. And just it sounded like that was the Nationals' negotiations to lose. All they had to do was just get it close, probably. And they offered 12 years, $300 million, and a lot of it was deferred until like 2057. Then I saw another contract. It was their first offer was 10 years, $300 million. They handed it to him in an envelope during spring or during a rain delay of like the last game of the season. If you didn't read the article, you should. It is a pretty good one. It was very entertaining, very informative. But yeah, it was just bizarre. Just it seemed like the way the Nationals handled the whole situation. They, it was just bizarre. That meeting him this meeting happened in the manager's office, and then he thought that was going to be a stepping off point where they could build on that offer, but apparently that was their like a Godfather offer, I guess. And they even met later on in February at the house, and Ted Lerner is the owner of the Nationals. They met at his house, and that shit didn't work either. So as it went along, you should read the story. I'm just basically telling the whole story over again, but it eventually ended up with him going to Philly, of course, and him meeting with the ownership, and they explained how him meeting Middleton and Middleton's going to Las Vegas. There was only one team that Harper left Las Vegas to go meet with, and I think California or something like that, but he went with the Nats. He went to go meet Lerner at his house, and it was basically, that's the whole thing, was just the Nationals thing to lose, and they blew it. And I am so happy that they blew it, man. I could not be more thrilled. I don't want to sound like one of those typical guys, but I don't think it really has sunk in that we have one of the best players in baseball, and he came here in free agency. He chose to come here. He wasn't drafted. He wasn't traded for. He chose. Because he could have, they explained all the different offers. We all know, all right? But he could have gone anywhere else. He chose to go to Philly. We obviously had the most money, but he came here, all right? And he didn't just come here. He came here for 13 years. He's going to make the rest of his career here. It's excellent. Tonight, you had to expect that the DC fans were going to treat him the way they did. I can't believe the mayor actually put out a Benedict Arnold, but he chased down Bryce Arnold. The mayor put that out on his Twitter today, which is crazy. And then he wound up deleting it, coward. But if you're gonna keep that energy, keep that energy. You feel how you feel, but don't when a couple people say, "Oh, this isn't in good taste, Mr. Mayor. I don't think you should do this." Don't take it down. Don't. That's. I'm trying to think of the proper word to say, but that is just cowardice. Cowardice at its finest. So, with all the shenanigans before the game, the dudes with the trader, them spelling it wrong and standing in, all that was all fun and games. Game started Scherzer versus Eflin, which was, before the game, you're a little worried about how the Phillies are going to, react or play against Scherzer. How, we've been hot against the Braves all this past weekend, and we're worried of when the sky's gonna fall, when they're gonna pull the rug out from under us, and Scherzer blanks us for like seven or eight scoreless, and we lose 2-0 or something like that. Because we've all seen millions of Phillies games that have ended in that manner, but tonight was not they battled all night long. I'll tell you what, Odubel, I'm gonna jump around a lot here, but this is just how my brain works. Odubel Herrera hits Max Scherzer like I've never seen. Doesn't make any sense. And there's no way you could explain it. You can look down the whole Phillies roster or Phillies lineup and find the guys who have good numbers against Scherzer, and it's none of them. You can see Hoskins was just struggling tonight. He didn't know what was up, what was down. And obviously, it's baseball, dude. Some nights are going to be like that. Some pitchers are just going to have your number, and you're not going to be able to get a feel for it. And, obviously, Odubel Herrera has a feel for Max Scherzer. It's weird, and it's bizarre. And it just works. He 3 doubles, I think. He just, when they, after I'll get the Franco, but the Franco homer, and then that second run that they scored, which was very important. It was a very close game still, when the pass ball got by Yan Gomes, and Herrera scored while Eflin was up at bat. Franco got intentionally walked 3 times tonight. He's the deadliest 8-hitter in the game right now, and he's gonna be probably all year if he stays there. But he's gonna play too well. Gonna have to move him up the lineup like they always do. He's a beast, man. The guy rakes, but he's a very streaky hitter, and I just hope that the consistency stays with him a little longer this season, and the slumps aren't as cavernous. He doesn't go all the way up and then have to drop all the way down. Let's get it a little closer. We don't need these big ass drop offs. But he comes up in that second inning and clubs a homer to left field and gets the offense. It gets the offense started. It just takes a little bit of the pressure off Eflin. Eflin was incredible tonight. His changeup was great. Everything he was placing the ball. His fastball, I think, was 92, 93. He looked good, dude. He looked good, and he anytime he got in a little bit of jam, he just pitched his way out of it. Struck guys out. And it didn't seem like guys were hitting the ball too hard off of him. They took him out in, I think, the 5th. And the reliever, what's his name, Alvarez. Alvarez gave up a homer to Rendon, but that was the only Nationals run that came across the board. Hoskins and Real Muto, they were the only 2 guys in the lineup that didn't get hits. Like I said, nights like that are going to happen. The top 3 of the order carried us tonight. That would be McCutchen, Segura, Harper. I think they went 8 for 14, 6 RBIs, and of course the Harper homer, which I played in the intro. Unreal, and I'm so happy for him that he was able to shut them guys up. Harper struck out the first 2 times he came up the bat, and then after that it was, I think, or Might have been the first 2 times. I'm not sure, but he did have a double. He had and he had a homer, absolute bomb of a homer into the double deck there at Nationals Park. Man, he hit the shit out of that ball. There's nothing else I can say there, but it was awesome, the scene down there, because all of the frauds had left already. The Nationals fans, they had scurried out to whatever godforsaken highway that they take and went home and just probably replayed highlights of what? Michael Morse? Alfonso Soriano? What? What are the highlights? All right, nothing. Okay, I have no respect for the Nationals organization after the way they the way they treated us. They picked on us after our dynasty had ended, our little Phillies dynasty of 07 to 2011. Then it was take back the park, all that nonsense. They were coming up here carrying on. All those teams love that when we stink. They carry on. They don't want to come here when it's good. Please come on up. Come up to Citizens Bank Park this year. We would love to have you. Love to have you, you idiots. Please. Come on up. Come see some actual good baseball. And a park that doesn't look like a cemetery or a historic monument or something like that. Why don't we get something that's actually nice? Okay, come enjoy a cheesesteak. Stop at Bull's Barbecue. Have a great time, bud. All right? But I won't be with you. All right? I don't hang out with the other team. No oppo when the game's going on. Don't come near me during the tailgate either. Phil's dominated, though. And what this means for the long term, who knows? Baseball championships are not won in April. Well, I guess you can say they could be lost. Because teams can just crumble, fall apart, and already start selling pieces off, But one game does not make a whole team. And we're 4-0 now. Bullpens, I saw some of the guys that we got to see some of the guys tonight, and solid. Obviously, they did the job, other than the little Alvarez home run. But that those things are gonna happen. But for the future, this isn't the team. Like I said, it's not like this exact roster is gonna roll into October and be the team that we compete in the playoffs with. Guys like Keuchel and Kimbrel are still out there, still to be had, and of course the trade deadline is gonna happen. But I'm thinking at some point, the only I guess you could say little holes that we have, probably gonna need another starter. I don't obviously trust Pivetta yet. Eflin looked great tonight, and he looked great at stretches last year, but consistency is going to be a big thing from the guys that we haven't seen consistency from at all. Guys like Odubel, Franco, and a lot of the, some of the bullpen guys, excluding Sir Anthony. But just one of those names, just, Velasquez, just a couple of the other starters. I guess even Arrieta for a great one night, and then the next night he looks like, what are we paying you for? You look like a regular schmegular dude, not like the $30 million or $25 million man that we're paying you to be. But I can see them adding a starter and probably another reliever. Of course, I'd like to see one of Kimbrel or Keuchel be the guy, and I think they could be, because at a certain point, these guys are going to want to play baseball, and they're obviously not getting the deals or the traction that they had hoped for. I've been reading, Keuchel and Kimbrel, the Padres are in on it, or this team or that team. There's not really a huge market or interest. It's just going to have to be somebody who says, you know what, we need a pitcher. Just give him what he wants, or we can do 2 years. They're gonna at some point, but either side's gonna have to cave into their demands, and they're gonna have to meet somewhere in the middle. I can't see those guys being free agents for much longer, but who knows? Got two more with the Nats. I believe I didn't actually look at that, but hell, it's fucking April. We got Vinny V on the mound tomorrow. I look forward to it. As I look forward to every Phillies game. It'll be like that all year long. Shit, they are entertaining. And offense is always more, intriguing. The way they would win games last year was by the skin of their teeth, and Kapler had to touch every button in such a precise, perfect way for everything to work out. This year, it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. They're going to need that at certain points, but they can just hit a 3-run homer, and they can hit their way out of jams and out of bad situations that maybe their offense had put them in. So we'll see. That's always my huge line. We'll obviously see. I'm pumped. Pumped. Hit him with a little there. A little lift. God. But I am pumped. I am really pumped. And I just can't wait to see just the rest of the year, man. Obviously, as you can tell, I'm running out of gas. I would love any comments. What do you think? If you think the Phillies suck, and if you don't think, I think that they're obviously the best team in the NL East. I don't think it's close. So as right now, these, like I said, April does not make a winning championship baseball team, but from what I've seen so far, they are the best team, most complete, and they just need consistency from a couple of those key players that they have that haven't gotten that consistency from. So we'll see. We will see. All right, folks. Hot Take Hot Box, Matt McSweeney. If you hate this, you love it, you let me know at the bottom. I want all feedback. And if you agree or disagree with this opinion, I just want to hear what everyone has to say. It's not even really an opinion. Just a little recap, little thoughts on, the Washington Bryce Harper. I'm just glad that it's all over. And we can go back to focusing on the ultimate goal, which is division championship and playoffs and World Series and all that fun stuff. So, all right.
Number 3, right fielder, Bryce Harper.